Back at it again for another day of local television on your local television station. That works out pretty good. It's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. How are the heck are you? It's Wednesday, the 15th day of May, 2019. I'm Dan Kuntz, your host, right smack dab in the middle of the week, right smack dab in the middle of the month. All of a sudden, I'm quoting Ray Charles. I don't know where that came from. Beautiful morning. Enjoy this while you can. In fact, today doesn't look too bad at all. We got lots of sunshine. Clouds going to be moving in later on today. And then things really change. We're in for an extended period of cool and wet and windy weather. It's going to change in a big way. We had a little preview of it yesterday with a fairly overcast, cool. It was only 66 and a little breezy, but things are going to get really dramatic later on this afternoon, and then it's going to stay that way for quite some time. Your weather forecast is coming up. So if you have outdoor plans of any kind and you want to soak up the sun, today's the day. In fact, now's the time to do it. The clouds are going to be thickening up as we get going, so we'll have that forecast for you. Very important forecast coming up here in just a couple of minutes. But we do need the rain. We need it. We're in a bit of a mini drought, and we're gonna catch up a little bit as we get deeper and deeper into the week and into the weekend. Great show for you. It's always a great show. I wouldn't lie to you, now would I? Coming up in the second half of the program, Jose Solis and TJ Boteilho will be dropping by. They actually dropped by yesterday. We pre-taped that segment for airing today. Jose and TJ are members of the Wenatchee Valley College Veteran Knights, and their 4th annual Armed Forces Day get-together is on the campus of Wenatchee Valley College on Friday the 17th. They're going to have a big get-together, all kinds of things going on, big barbecue, presentations, ceremonies, classic cars, military vehicles. It's going to be a good time, and TJ and Jose are going to talk about that when they come back in the second half of the program, and you'll find out why I'm wearing this, too. You'll learn a little something. Also, of course, we have the news. There's a lot of news to get to today. It was a busy day yesterday in the newsroom. We got sports. Most of the local teams had a really good day yesterday in the world of high school sports, and the Mariners took care of Oakland again yesterday. We like it when we can deliver that kind of news. Plus, of course, the obscure holiday birthdays today in history. Everyone is entitled to Mike Mignotti's opinion. Let's take you around North Central Washington and the Wenatchee Valley at 3 minutes after the hour on this Wednesday with our Valley View cameras. It is chilly out there. If you're going to be out and about outside, a sweater might not be such a bad idea, or a sweatshirt. It's only 46 degrees, but lots of sunshine. It's looking good. Look how high that Columbia is, and it's going to get higher. It is. It's going to get higher with some rain. We're not expecting any real rain today, by the way. That doesn't start happening until tonight, but starting tonight and really going all the way through the early part of next week. With a couple of exceptions, we're going to be in for some rain. Heavy at times, light at other times, but get ready for the rain, the much needed rain. Beautiful view from our cross camera as the sun's getting the job done. It started getting the job done at 5:24 this morning. Sun sets at 8:31 tonight, so you can count for 15 hours and 6 minutes of daylight as we get deeper and deeper into spring. Camera 2, where are we off to, Megan? We're going to pay a visit to the Cashmere area. Is that the Monitor camera or the Cashmere camera? That's Monitor. Good morning, Monitor. You can make out, of course, downtown Monitor, the Monitor Hilton, the Monitor Dome, Monitor International Airport, the Monitor Convention Center. Monitor, just plain beautiful Monitor. Look at all those orchards getting the job done. Yeah, things are changing from an economic standpoint around here, but who's kidding who? Agriculture is still the key. Really, it is. Beautiful view there. Gorgeous. Look at that beautiful blue sunshine. Again, beautiful blue skies. Don't get used to that. It's not going to stick around very long. Camera 3. We say good morning to the Omi Gardens camera. Happy 90th birthday, Omi Gardens. They had a big thing on Mother's Day on Sunday. They got all kinds of things planned all summer long for their 90th birthday. They're going to have concerts and get-togethers and all kinds of cool stuff at Omi Gardens, one of the crown jewels of this area, celebrating their 90th birthday. That's on a little outcropping just to the north of the Omi Gardens complex as we look up the Columbia River, Rocky Reach Dam, plainly in view, the Baker Flats Industrial Area. And yes, more orchards. I have a tremendous grasp of the obvious. Camera 4, we finish up our morning tour with a slow dissolve to there. Okay, I'm going to say that's Badger Mountain. Is that correct? Oh, okay. I'm sorry, what was that again, Megan? That's Quincy. It's Monument Hill. Okay, that's. I should have known that. We use that on a regular basis. I just thought maybe it was the Badger Mountain camera, and they simply turned it a little bit. So A beautiful view from Monument Hill. Quincy, not quite out of sight. This has been moved a little bit. It looks like it's been moved to the southwest because I think I can see the Cascades way off in the upper left-hand corner of your screen, and lots of, I guess that's wheat or ryegrass or something. It's green, and it's going to get greener with the upcoming rain. So that's our tour from around north central Washington with our Valley View cameras, courtesy of LocalTel's Sky-Fi high-speed wireless, and that means you can get screaming fast internet to your house. You don't need fiber. We got towers all over the place. In fact, we just put up a brand new tower out in the Ephrata area. That's a new camera you'll be seeing in the not too distant future. So we have like 80 of these towers all over. When I say we, I mean LocalTel. They're all over north central Washington, and it allows you to get high-speed internet to your house, and you don't need fiber. They just put a dish and they point it to a tower, and you're in like Flynn. Give LocalTel a call. All right, from the National Weather Service, here's your forecast, and it's busy. There's lots of things going on. You see cloudy today, and it is going to be cloudy, even though we do have lots of sunshine. As the day progresses, the clouds will be thickening up. 73 for our afternoon high. We only got 66 yesterday. Our normal high was 71, so we actually didn't get to normal for the first time in quite some time yesterday. So today is quiet. Then things change in a big way. Wetter weather is going to prevail through, well, starting tonight. Number of waves of moisture, one after the other, is going to start entering the region. We could even see some heavy rainfall at times. What's going on is there's a big low in the Gulf of Alaska that's stationary. It's not moving, but it's spinning, and it's going down to the California area, basically central California, picking up a bunch of moisture from the Pacific Ocean and coming straight up from the south, and that means there's no real mountains to stop the systems from coming in. So we're going to have some showers tonight, an 80% chance of showers tonight. Probably even, that's what they say, 80%. Then Thursday, a 50% chance of showers during the day. Lots of clouds, a little breezy at times. We'll top off at right around 73. Thursday night, more rain, 54 for the overnight low. Also a little gusty at times Thursday night. Another system on Friday. A little bit of rain, lots of clouds. High of only 62. That's 11 degrees below normal. Also windy at times on Friday. So this is just one system after the other that's going to be fed by this big low over the Gulf of Alaska. It's taking up like half the Pacific Ocean. It's ginormous. Saturday, cloudy and 67. Sunday, a little rain and a high of 68. Best days without rain today and Saturday. Outside of that, we're going to have rain. The heaviest rain that we can see in the forecast is probably going to be Thursday night into Friday. So a quick reminder on that. So today is looking good until the clouds begin to thicken up, and that's going to start happening about noon. And by the end of the day today, we'll have mostly cloudy skies, and the sun will be taking the rest of the week off and into the weekend. And this looks like this cool, wet weather of cool, wet weather once we get through today. Be prepared, but again, we need the rain. 9 minutes after the hour, we're going to take a break, but before we do so and come back with your news, special thanks to our friends at Confluence Health for hopping on board and being a sponsor of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Confluence Health, dedicated to providing safe, high-quality health care for everybody throughout north central Washington. The news is 1 minute away. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley live this morning from Studio 4 in downtown Wenatchee on the NCW Life Channel.
When the people you serve are your friends and family, you see the world a bit differently. You understand that your survival depends on the health and strength of your relationships. Your word is your reputation, and that doing the right thing is the only way of life that matters. At Confluence Health, we remain humble. Trust is a gift that is earned, a privilege, an honor. And we remain grateful for the trust you place in our hands.
Hi, I'm Jim Heinlein, agent here at Senior Insurances of North Central Washington, where we help our clients navigate the Medicare world. One of the things we really enjoy doing is teaching our clients about their rights. Like, did you know that if you have a traditional Medicare supplement, you can change that monthly all year long, regardless of prior health conditions? So if you'd like to know more about your options with Medicare, you can visit us at one of our 5 local offices, as well as give us a call at 888-2600.
Just about 11 minutes after the hour here on this Wednesday. I'm Dan Kuntz. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Lots of sunshine, 46 degrees. Sunshine's not going to last very long today. Clouds will be thickening up, And then we have intermittent rain, lots of clouds, and cool temperatures through at least the early part of next week. Here's what's making headlines on this Wednesday. A new department head will oversee economic development for Chelan County. They're going to create a new director's position. Commissioner Bob Boogert explains the position will be funded through a dedicated account.
So we are creating a position based upon our what we call the .09 sales tax for our county here, that we do have some money specifically tied to economic development. So we can create this position, and our intent is to have this individual work specifically on economic development in the unincorporated areas of the county.
Commissioner Doug England says the position will be created initially as a 3-year pilot program.
I don't like to see the government grow with what may appear to be a duplicate of what the port is doing, but again, as Bob had indicated, this is going to be specifically targeted. It's designed to be a 3-year program with deliverables that we can measure, and the idea is that if it doesn't produce, then that position will go away. And so the proof from the pudding will kind of be in 3 years when that happens, to make sure that it is something that paid for itself. And if it doesn't pay for itself, then it'll have to be adjusted in some way.
Commissioner Boogert says the new director will also serve as a liaison between the soon-to-be created consolidated ports of Chelan and Douglas counties.
We found that there's a lot of venues, a lot of different forums for the county to participate in that really pertain to economic development. And the 3 commissioners just don't have the capacity to get to each one of those. And so to have a specific point person to advocate for economic development in outlying unincorporated areas, I think will really help out.
Commissioners say they're going to conduct a nationwide search for a prospective candidate. It is a salaried position. It could pay up to $80,000 a year. Well, Chelan County Commissioners support a proposal to delist gray wolves as a federally protected species in Washington state. If approved, the U.S. Department of Fish and Wildlife would turn over wolf recovery activities to the state. Commissioner Bob Boogert says wolf pack numbers have reportedly, increased to the point where they are no longer considered threatened under the Federal Endangered Species Act.
Provides tremendous flexibility once it is under state jurisdiction, under their management authority, because the Endangered Species Act, as we well know, can be a very restrictive tool for protection of a given species. And so to take them off that federal listing does provide quite a bit more latitude for the State Department of Fish and Wildlife to more effectively manage them, and really to work with the communities then to come up with appropriate management techniques.
Commissioner Doug England says transferring wolf management to the state will be of benefit to counties where wolves have created conflicts with both ranchers and livestock.
Just allows it to be done on a more timely basis also. You're dealing with people here that know who's involved and whose opinions to value, and can quickly respond rather than file a report and then maybe it'll happen this season, maybe next season, then it's too late.
By the way, commissioners met yesterday with Washington State Department of Fish and Wildlife Regional Manager Jim Brown for an update on that effort. Well, Chelan County PUD commissioners approved 3 agreements with stem milk growers to accommodate power needs for the new diamond foundry. The Wenatchee gemstone manufacturer is setting up new operations at its facility on Holly Street under a lease agreement with Stemilt. Contracts approved by the board on Monday will result in the construction of a new substation by Stemilt that will deliver up to 19 megawatts of electricity. 2 other agreements set up leases to allow for the substation construction. The new diamond foundry is expected to create about 35 to 50 local jobs in addition to the 3 agreements. PUD commissioners reviewed a large load power contract with the diamond foundry. The contract is set for consideration with potential approval by the board on June 3rd. Well, the city of Leavenworth is going to be burning brush and yard waste today on city-owned land adjacent to the Mountain View Cemetery, so you'll see quite a bit of smoke there. The controlled burn has the approval of the State Department of Ecology. It's part of the apple maggot quarantine restrictions. The waste has been collected throughout the city and hauled to the burn site. About 4 such burns are expected each year. Some roadways are going to be blocked to ensure the safety of cemetery patrons, according to the city of Leavenworth. And each spring, a local group of motorcycle enthusiasts, motorcycle riders, they make the 150-mile trek from Wenatchee to Oroville, and it's a fundraiser for all kinds of different causes. This year, the Harley Owners Group, the Hogs, have decided to make McKenna Schwab's Foundation the beneficiary.
I'm Mike Scharbach from the Columbia River Hog chapter. Hog is Harley Owners Group. We're here today to discuss the Run for the Border, this is our 15th year. I believe we have donated someplace between $50,000 and $60,000 in that time to different charities. And McKenna now this year is our recipient.
Hi, I'm McKenna. I'm 16 years old and I'm a sophomore at Eastmont High School. And I was born with a rare connective tissue disorder called Larsen syndrome. And for me, Larsen syndrome means that all the joints of my body are dislocated. I have instabilities in my spine, C-spine, and airway. So it makes it really hard for me to walk and breathe and do regular everyday things. And so when I was a week old, I started treatment at Seattle Children's Hospital. And ever since then, I've been going there, and thanks to them, I have my mobility, and I'm able to be sitting here with you guys today. So in 2011, on the way home from an appointment, I asked my parents if we could sell cookies and lemonade and give the proceeds to Seattle Children's. And that year, we did a Make a Difference Day project, and it was a big bake sale. We were able to include lots of people in the community and bring in over $6,000 for Seattle Children's. And after that first year, I was hooked, and we've done a project every year supporting an organization that's been a part of my life and helping me grow and helping me to have my independence. And 3 years ago, I was able to start my own nonprofit called the Max Spire Foundation to help me continue to do what I love and help and inspire kids like me with serious medical conditions.
We will be leaving the old food pavilion. Sign up starts at 7:30 from 7:30 to 9. And we will be then staging. The State Patrol block the intersection for us as we leave town. We'll stop in Pateros. We'll group back up there. They again will block the lights all the way to Oroville for us, and everybody follows behind me. I'm the head road captain, so they'll be behind me all the way up.
This is a first for me, but like you said, we came in and we do interviews with the group, and immediately you could just tell there was such a positive energy in the room. They were such a fun group, and I was really hoping that we would get to work together because I've heard all the amazing things they've done in the past, and I'm super excited to get to work with you guys. And yeah, so.
And the amount of money that she will receive will depend on the number of bikes that we get. The weather has a lot to do with that. And it doesn't look completely promising this year, but maybe this interview will help. People will come out anyway just because of McKenna, and that's what we're hoping.
By the way, they're also doing a raffle on Saturday morning prior to the ride, so get out to the old food pavilion parking lot out there in Old Station. You want to be there by, about 8 o'clock and enjoy all the festivities. By the way, for more information, you can search HOG Run for the Border on Facebook to find out everything you need to know. And good job, Harley Owners Groups. Nicely done. One more item of business I want to touch on. In honor of Peace Officers Memorial Day, there is a luncheon, a very important luncheon that's going to happen at 11:30 this morning at the Wenatchee Convention Center. It's the Peace Officer of the Year Awards and Memorial Luncheon. It happens every year. The Greater Wenatchee Sunrise Lions Club puts it on. The 5 local law enforcement agencies will all be involved. They'll be naming and presenting the plaques to their officers of the year, the Wenatchee and East Wenatchee Police Department, Chelan and Douglas County Sheriff's Office, and the Washington State Patrol. It is today. It's at 11:30. Tickets are $15 a pop. Of course, the public is welcome. So a very important luncheon is today. Peace Officer of the Year Awards and luncheon at the Wenatchee Convention Center. All right. The news with Grant Olson is something you want to check out. We do it every weekday, Monday through Friday at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and then at 10 o'clock. Your 3 chances to watch the news on TV. You can also watch it whenever you darn well feel like it by going to our website, ncwlife.com. It's available on demand. We also have old newscasts. We have them all archived. We have shows archived, special events archived, videos, news, information, all that good stuff. You can also use our website as a tool for you to get a hold of us. Yeah, we have a Contact Us icon in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. You can submit news tips, or you can just say hi, fill out the form, send it to us, and we get it. You can also email us directly, news@ncwlife.com. We'd appreciate that. Pick up the telephone and give us a call. You see it at the bottom of your screen, 888-2020, or you can just give us, write us a letter if you want. You can go to our Facebook page, whatever it takes. We love to hear from you 21 minutes after the hour. When we come back, sports. How did the local high school teams do yesterday? Pretty darn good. I'll let you know in 1 minute. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Hi, my name is David Olson. I'm the Chief Executive Officer at Columbia Valley Community Health. No matter who you are, no matter where you come from, we genuinely care about our patients. And we hope that you trust us to take care of you, to take care of your family. Thank you.
Spring has arrived here at Town Nissan. So has a new shipment of certified pre-owned vehicles, like this Altima and this Rogue. Each of these vehicles goes through a 167-point inspection. Then we will cover them up to 7 years and 100,000-mile warranty coverage. You'll save thousands on these popular models. How about America's best truck warranty? 5-year, 100,000 miles on the all-new Nissan Titan. Buy smart, own confidence at Town Nissan, behind Costco in East Wenatchee.
Welcome back. 22 minutes after the hour, you see lots of sunshine all over north central Washington, but the clouds will be thickening up by the end of the day today. Lots of clouds and then intermittent rain showers off and on right through the weekend and cooler than normal temperatures. Let's do sports. The Wenatchee boys golf team. Well, they followed up their first round 355 with a 334 yesterday, and they are the champions of the Big 9 District Golf Tournament. Nicely done. Wenatchee was 22 shots better than second place Davis and 54 shots ahead of third place Eastmont. The Pirates' Johnny Kim, medalist, a two-day total of 154. Wenatchee's Hunter Schwartz finished second at 161. Davis's Ray Park, third at 162. The Panthers' Trey Stedeman, fourth at 165. And Eastmont's Jacob Bindley finished fifth at 168. The Wenatchee Panther girls softball team, they advanced to the District 6 4A semifinals with a 15-3 win over Eisenhower on Tuesday at Walla Walla Point Park. The Panthers had a big third inning to grab a lead it would never relinquish, highlighted by Mandy Peters' two-run double.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 13, Kat Smith.
The Panthers will travel to Moses Lake to take on the Chiefs Friday at 5 o'clock. Meanwhile, at the Sterling Sports Complex, in fact, going on at the same time, Eastmont took care of Sunnyside 13-3, so the Wildcats advance to the District 6 semifinals. The game was tied at 2 after the first inning, but the Wildcats exploded for 5 runs in the third, highlighted by a 2-run home run by Zoe Sundet. The Wildcats will travel down to West Valley to take on the Rams also Friday at 5 o'clock. In the Central Washington B-League playoffs yesterday, let's take a look at the Les Schwab Prep scoreboard. Waterville-Mansfield beat Liberty Bell in Game 1, 10-5. They advanced to face Lake Roosevelt, but the Raiders turned the tables. However, they beat the Shockers 21-2. The first round of the State 1A soccer tournament went well for one local team, but now the other is UC. Cascade advanced to the quarterfinals with a 2-1 win over Wahluke. The Kodiaks will take on Lakeside at a 9 Mile Falls either Friday or Saturday. Cashmere hosted Connell in the first round last night. Game went into overtime, tied at 1, but then the Eagles would score a golden goal in the extra frame, and they get the victory 2-1 over the Bulldogs. They advance to face the winner of today's game between Bridgeport and Vashon Island. That game will start at 5 o'clock on the west side. Coming up on the prep schedule today, It's day one of the District 6 1A tennis tournament at Harmony Meadows in Manson. It was supposed to start at 3, but tournament organizers, they see the forecast for some possible rain this afternoon, so they moved that up to noon. Day 2 will switch to the North Cascades Athletic Club in Omak Saturday morning at 10. Also today, the Big Nine girls take center stage for the district golf tournament there. They'll tee off at 9 o'clock at the Black Rock Creek Golf Course down in the Yakima Valley. And how about the Mariners? 4 home runs and good pitching. That's usually a good recipe, and it worked last night. Beat Oakland 4-3 at T-Mobile Park. Sale got solo home runs from Tim Beckman and Daniel Vogelbach in the second inning and a 2-run shot from Mitch Haniger. In the fifth, Mike Leake improves to 3-4 on the year. He earned the victory on the mound. He went 6 2/3 innings. He allowed only 1 earned run, 5 hits, 6 strikeouts. Ronius Elias worked 2 1/3 innings for the save and relief. He struck out 5. Seattle has the day off today, and then they host Minnesota for the first of a 4-game series beginning tomorrow. Michael Pineda faces Eric Swanson. First pitch, 7:10. And those are just some of the games that people are playing on this Wednesday. It's time for the obscure holiday of the day today. And May 15th is always Chocolate Chip Day. That tiny little morsel of chocolate that makes everything a little bit better. Chocolate chips were invented entirely by accident, so the rumor has it. We don't believe in rumors around here. We prefer, well, I guess rumors are okay. Apparently, Ruth Wakefield at the Toll House Inn in Whitman, Massachusetts, she ran out of chocolate powder, and so she took little pieces of chocolate and put it in the cookies and put it in the cookie dough to make cookies because she didn't have any chocolate powder, and boom, chocolate chips were born. And then, of course, Nestle wanted it, so they made an agreement with Ruth to add her chocolate chip recipe to their family of recipes. Made Ruth a fairly wealthy woman. By the way, chocolate was once used as a currency by the Aztecs. Yeah, chocolate was money. Not a bad idea. Let's bring it back. Put a chocolate chip on everything today. Put chocolate chips on your chocolate chips. It's Chocolate Chip Day, May 15th always, because I don't know. 28 minutes after the hour. Today in history, happy 114th birthday to Las Vegas. Las Vegas was founded when 110 acres of what would become downtown Vegas were auctioned off on this date, May 15th, 1904. Now, you got to remember, 1904, where Las Vegas is now, there wasn't much of anything except dirt and dust and tumbleweeds. Las Vegas is home to more than half of the 20 largest hotels in the world. More than half of them are in Las Vegas. Las Vegas is the brightest spot on Earth. You can see it from a long way up. I don't know. And one of my favorite Las Vegas stories involves FedEx. Fred Smith was the founder and CEO of FedEx. Things were not going very well for FedEx. They had a $24,000 gasoline bill for their jet airplanes, and they only had $5,000 in the bank. They were one day from bankruptcy. So Fred Smith, the CEO of FedEx, the founder of the company, he still runs the company, flew to Las Vegas with the $5,000 he had left and won $27,000 playing blackjack. He was able to pay the bill and keep the company afloat. Happy birthday, Las Vegas. 79 years ago today, May 15th, 1940, Richard and Maurice McDonald opened a little restaurant in San Bernardino, California. They called it McDonald's. The very first one opened by the McDonald's brothers 79 years ago today. It was a complete flop. The McDonald's franchise went away. There are 36,899 McDonald's now worldwide. And May 5th, 1941, 78 years ago today, there's the box score from the New York Times. Nobody paid much attention to it. Yankees got creamed. Chicago just slaughtered them. But Joe DiMaggio, center fielder for the Yankees, spanked a base hit, went 1 for 4 against Eddie Smith of the White Sox. And so began the 56-game hitting streak. Nobody knew it at the time, of course. The headline in the New York Times the next day wasn't DiMaggio starts streak. Anyway, Joe DiMaggio's historic baseball streak, one of the greatest achievements in all of sports, began on this date back in 1941. And now we have some birthdays for you at the bottom of the hour on this May 15th. There are powerful mayors, and then there are powerful mayors, and Richard J. Daley was what you would call a very powerful mayor. He ran Chicago with an iron hand from 1955 until he died in office in 1976. He was mayor for 21 years, was never really challenged, and unlike the other cities in the Rust Belt that really struggled In the 1960s and into the early 1970s, Cleveland and Detroit, they had problems, but Mayor Richard Daley kind of kept Chicago on the straight and narrow. Controversial figure, certainly, but he ran Chicago and ran it well for the most part. He was born in the state in 1902, died in office in 1976, Richard Daley. When Abraham Zapruder woke up on the morning of November 22nd, 1963, he was just a mild-mannered dress manufacturer from Dallas, Texas. Abraham Zapruder was born in the state in 1905. He brought his Bell & Howell 8mm camera to Dealey Plaza in Dallas because the president was in town, and of course he shot 1 minute of footage that would become the most famous 1 minute of footage of film ever shot by anybody. Abraham Zapruder was born in the state in 1905, died in 1970 at the age of 65. And finally, George Brett is 66 years old, one of the greatest third baseman of all time. I'm a Yankee, and he was a Yankee killer back in the 70s and 80s. One of 4 players in Major League Baseball history to accumulate 3,000 hits, 300 home runs, and a career 300 batting average. He, of course, is in the Baseball Hall of Fame, class of 1999. Class act. I've always liked George Brett, even though I hated it when he beat my Yankees back in my youth. Happy 66th to George Brett. We are going to take a break. When we come back, everybody is entitled to Mike Magnotti's opinion. We'll find out what's on Mike's mind today. And then my conversation with Jose Solis and TJ Boteilho. They are members of the Wenatchee Valley College Veteran Nights. They have a big program going on Friday on the campus of Wenatchee Valley College. This conversation you do not want to miss. These are 2 veterans who are paying it forward. My conversation with Jose and TJ coming up. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
When it comes to real estate, our professional real estate agents come alongside you to help navigate the process of buying or selling a home. At August Edge, we want to free you from the hassles of buying and selling processes and complexities. At August Edge Real Estate, our professional, dedicated brokers will help you with all the complexities of buying and selling real estate, from start to finish. We've got the edge on real estate. August Edge Real Estate.
Hi, this is Brian Snyder with Black Rock Asphalt Services here in Wenatchee, your local Black Rock seal coat company. Have you looked at your driveway or parking lot lately? Is it gray and oxidized? Does it have cracks that have not been taken care of? Or do you have striping that is pretty much non-existent? Please give us a call locally here, 509-665-9769. Learn more at blackrockasphaltsealcoating.com.
RLS Productions is proud to bring to the NCW Life channel the Concerts in the Gardens Summer Series held at Omi Gardens. The series features performances from Rare Earth's Peter Rivera, Heart by Heart, 2 Slim and the Tail Draggers, The Infinity Project, the Wenatchee Swingin' Big Band, and a whole host of other great acts. Tune in Wednesdays at 1:30 and 7 p.m. and Fridays and Saturdays at 10:30 a.m. and 9 p.m. RLS Productions Concerts in the Gardens Summer Series, only on the NCW Life channel.
Ways to lose stubborn belly fat. The roasted core wrap. 3, 2, 1. Not cool. Freezing away fat cells with Cool Sculpting, now that's cool. Cool Sculpting safely freezes and removes fat cells with little or no downtime and no surgery. Results and patient experience may vary. Some common side effects include temporary numbness, discomfort, and swelling. Ask your doctor if Cool Sculpting is right for you.
How much are you paying for adult, family, or assisted living? Epladolin Retirement and Assisted Living offers 1-bedroom apartments for one affordable price. Their rates are all-inclusive, no nickel or diming or sudden increases, just one set price. You or your loved one will receive good food and excellent care in a relaxed, home-like environment. Stop on by for a tour to see if the Epladolin family is the right choice for you.
Family-owned and operated Epladolin Retirement and Assisted Living in Cashmere. Affordable care.
The best pizza in the known universe is right here in downtown Chelan, so come on up. For the best locally crafted beer and barbecue in Chelan, come on up.
For the best down-home scratch country cooking in north central Washington, you'll find it in Manson. Come on up.
Come on up. Come on up.
Come on up.
Hey, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnet, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, I heard a talk show host recently say something, and others saying something similar on Facebook about how women who dress provocatively, they have no place to complain about sexual harassment or abuse. The insinuation, of course, being that to dress provocatively invites sexual attention. Now, these comments came about after the issue of sexual assault and harassment were addressed at this year's presentation of the Golden Globes, which, honestly, I didn't watch. But this is ignorance, folks. How a woman dresses has nothing to do with provoking harassment, abuse, or assault. And the way a woman dresses in no way justifies an abuser's offensive, harassing, or criminal behavior. No way, no how. Now, this is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody is entitled to my opinion.
This is Kerry Condata from the 12th District. We are going in session with direct reports from your legislators in Olympia. We'll get the straight story every week. We'll add the national, state, and local news and have it all wrapped up for you right here on the 12th District. Check it out.
The Cottage Inn has been a Wenatchee Valley landmark since 1940, making it one of the longest-running locally owned restaurants around. And it's better than ever. Steak, seafood, and their famous homemade desserts for dinner, wonderful lunch items, and breakfast on Sundays, all made from scratch and at an affordable price. It's no wonder the Cottage Inn has been so popular for over 75 years. Enjoy a fabulous meal today at the Cottage Inn on Easy Street in Old Station.
When you have to get there on time and looking good, call Fast, Friendly, Reliable AC Checker, 663-TAXI. Available 24/7, AC Checker Taxi has the industry's only on-time or it's free guarantee for your pre-booked call. Some conditions apply. Call 663-8294. AC Checker, 663-TAXI. Schedule your ride ASAP or book up to a year in advance online at acchecker.com. American Classic Checker Taxi, 663-TAXI. That's 663-8294.
Hey everyone, did you know that the NCW Life channel is North Central Washington's go-to source for news? No matter how you prefer to view your news, NCW Life has you covered. Watch the evening news weeknights on TV, stream it, read it at ncwlife.com, or catch the latest news by following us on Facebook. Stay informed with local news, sports, weather, and shows featuring local people and events. NCW Life, a reflection and a spotlight of the communities we call home.
Welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. I'm Dan Kuntz. This Saturday, May 18th, is Armed Forces Day. I got that right. But they're going to celebrate it one day early on the campus of Wenatchee Valley College. And it is a celebration. It is a fundraiser. There's a food drive. There's all kinds of things going on to celebrate and commemorate and talk about the people who are keeping our lives safe everywhere. And here to talk about that is two members of the Wenatchee Valley College Veteran Knights. To my far left is Jose Solis, and to my immediate left is TJ Boteilho. Did I butcher your names?
Did perfect.
I got them right?
Got them right.
Good. That's the first thing I usually do is mispronounce the names. Welcome to the program. I ran into you, TJ, a couple weeks ago. You were popping by the studio to bring by some paperwork.
Yes.
Just some cool stuff to talk about this big event coming up on Friday from 10 a.m. to 2 o'clock. And I said, do you want to do the show? And you said no. And I said, please. And he said, okay. So anyway, welcome to the show. Talk about your, I don't even talk about the Wenatchee Valley College Veteran Knights. I don't even know who they are.
Wenatchee Valley College Veteran Knights, we're a group that has been on and off again for several years. So back in 2015, there was a group of us at the college. We came together. There was no group at the college at that time. We said, hey, let's form a group. So the core of us formed it. We started it in December of 2015. And then in the beginning of 2016, we became a national charter with the Student Veterans of America also. Okay. And we've been going ever since. And then membership in a community college is kind of like up and down. And but right now we're almost 20 strong right now.
So and these are all, that means you're going to the college right now? Or?
Yeah, these are people that are veterans that are going to the college, but it's also open to non-veterans also, people who have military family or people who just want to support the military.
So you both have served?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
What branch of the military were you in, Jose?
I was in the Army from 2007 to 2015.
Okay. Were you deployed or were you just hanging around?
No, I deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan.
Oh, wow. What was that like? And I know that's not an easy question to
Yeah.
to answer. Was it what you expected?
Unexpected, but dealt with.
Yeah. Anybody shoot at you?
More than once, yes.
Yeah. Okay. It's not fun getting shot at, is it?
No, it's
No.
not.
I got shot at once, and I was just fishing. Same question for you, TJ. Branch of the military? And
I was in 2 branches actually. So I was in the Army from 1987 to 1996, and then I was in the Air Force from 97 to 2001.
Wow. So, well, first of all, thank you for your service. Why the double dipping?
I got out of the Army after 9 years, and it's like I just was ready to get out. But then my uncle, he was retired Air Force, and he says, "Hey, why don't you just go join the Air Force and try it out?" And I did, and it was definitely enjoyable.
Were you deployed in the combat situation as well?
I was not deployed in the combat situation. So back when the first Iraq War, at that time, I was actually, instead of being tapped to go over there to the desert, I was actually tapped to be a trainer here in the state of Washington and be in charge of the Bradley fighting vehicle changeover, because we used to be in the APC 113s, and then the Bradleys came in, so I became a trainer for the whole state of Washington.
Wow,
on that.
that's major responsibility.
Yeah.
So obviously you did your job well. They wouldn't have given it to you.
Yeah.
So what, Jose? What brought you? Why did you want to serve in the Army? What was it about? Were you just recruited? Was it something you wanted to do when you were a kid?
No, growing up and seeing what happened September 11, 2001, that took a big impact in my life, because I was in high school when that happened, and counselor showed up to our classroom and told us the teacher to turn on the TV, and we saw how the second plane hit, so that took big impact, and all the opportunities that this country has given my family, I kind of wanted to give something back, and decided to join the Army and serve this.
And you joined the Army in a big way,
Yeah.
because you saw the dirt,
yeah,
and not the pretty part of it. Yeah. Well, again, thank you for your service. Obviously, the Wenatchee Valley College Veteran Nights, there's a need for the organization. You said it's only 4 years old here locally, and now you're part of the charter.
Correct.
So you just saw the need and said, "Hey, let's get together." How did that happen?
Well, when you join the military, it's a culture, it's a lifestyle of serving. So there's it's never a job, but they say you're serving. And so when you get out of the military, there's a disconnect from that piece there. So the veterans at the college, they came together and said, "Hey, what can we do to band together and to keep serving?" And we formed the group, and we've done several things throughout the past few years. We joined the Patriotic Council here in town, and really one of the things that helped us is there's an organization called Vet Corps. It's a part of AmeriCorps, but it's for veterans. And one of the persons when I first came to college, his name was Tony Sandoval, who is currently now the Chelan County Veteran Service Officer. He was the Vet Corps navigator at the time, and he helped us and inspired us to form the group and start back up and bring in the veterans and help, because we help those of us who have been there longer, help those who are coming in to kind of give them the playbook, the blueprint for success.
Have you been there since the beginning? So you were part of the founding group here?
Correct.
Same deal with you, Jose, or were you a little bit later on coming on board?
I was a little later.
A little later, but you're glad you did it.
Yeah.
So did you, without using the military jargon, did you recruit him? I guess.
We did recruit him, and we had to plan for succession planning. Wenatchee Valley College is basically a 2-year college, but now it's a 4-year college with a couple other 4-year programs they have. And so you have to, keep the new blood coming in, so that way it'll carry on. So, and Jose stepped up to the plate and says, "I'll do it." So.
This area is pretty good about treating veterans well, Jose? Is good backbone of support for veterans here in North Central Washington?
I'd say it is.
Yeah. Better than other places?
I'm coming from Chicago, and yes.
Okay. That toddling town, that windy city. Yeah. Why? So you joined the Army, you did your time, you saw combat, and then it was like, okay, now what, right?
Yeah.
So what did you decide to do with your life after your discharge?
Having that benefit of, having the school paid for, I took advantage of that. I started off trying to go for my social work degree, but that didn't work out. So now I'm taking my automotive program degree. But trying to be active with the community it's something that, like you mentioned, that gives me that feeling of serving now that I'm out of the service. So.
Well, good for you. Good for you. Well, this is the fourth Armed Forces Day. Again, it's Friday. This Friday, May 17th, on the campus of Wenatchee Valley College. Take me back 4 years ago to the genesis of this. Whose idea was it, and how did it get to be where it is now?
So 4 years ago, there's a group here in town that meets every first Thursday of the month. It's a group of veterans and veteran organizations, and they decided that, hey, we need to have, nobody's doing Armed Forces Day events here in Wenatchee or in North Central Washington, so we want to have one, and we would like to use you Veteran Nights as a catalyst to provide maybe access to the Wenatchee Valley College campus and host it there for the community. So it was born out of that idea of that whole group, which includes 10 different organizations that meet regularly each month. And from there, it's just grown every year, and we're trying to keep bringing in more people and more events and expanding it, and it's been a great success so far.
And apparently it's working, because you're doing it again.
It is. It's working, so we're picking up sponsors, and every year the people who helped the year before want to come back and help again, and other people who saw it or heard about it want to come in and join. So it's nice.
Last few years they did this on, the Armed Forces Day is always the third Saturday in May. In this case it's the 18th, but you had attendance issues because there's just so much going on, so you've decided to move it forward a day and have it on Friday the 17th so you can get more people to show up and participate.
That's correct. So Armed Forces Day is an event which is supposed to honor and people who are actually serving right now. So there is not a military base here in town. No. So we host it on a Friday. So that way people can come in here on Friday, meet with the recruiters, and those families that have people who are actually serving, maybe over at Fairchild Joint Base Lewis McChord, or over at Spokane, they can go to their bases there to where their kids are, or maybe they're going to travel down to wherever their base is in Idaho, California, wherever they're stationed at, and celebrate it there. So, and then
got mine.
Red Friday is a event that remember everybody deployed is what RED's acronym for, and so we're going to actually have some of these out at the event. We're going to be passing them out. These are free or by donations. The whole event is free.
That's a good price.
Yeah. Free barbecue.
How can you get away with free, Jose? How did that happen? Just sponsors, people helping you out?
Just sponsors, people, taking that step to help out the community and Veteran Nights.
And my guess is it wasn't too hard to get sponsors.
Wasn't too hard to get sponsors.
Yeah.
I mean, people who have talked about it, seen it through the years before, Costco this year stepped up big. They're like, hey, we want to support the food part of it. Alley Cafe jumped in, who was the vendor on the Wenatchee Valley College campus.
Sure.
They jumped in and said, hey, we want to cook for you guys and serve, and all the other organizations from VFW, American Legion, MOA, Vets Serving Vets.
All good organizations. They've all been on this show. They always get a blanket. They can come on whenever they want. It's from 10 o'clock to 2:30 on Friday. Walk me through. You show up at the campus at Wenatchee Valley College on Friday at 10 o'clock. What happens? Is it just an open deal? You people hanging around the fountain? Is there a program? What can people expect?
There will be a short program. It starts at 10. The program itself is going to start about 10:45, 11 o'clock. There'll be opening ceremonies with the colors coming in, singing a national anthem. There'll be some speeches, some awards. 11:30, the barbecue will kick off. The free barbecue will kick off. There's going to be classic cars from 4 different car clubs around town here. The Wenatchee Valley Cruisers, the Outsiders Club, the Lake Chelan Classic Car Club, and the Thursday night group will be here also with their cars. We're going to have classic military vehicles there on display, plus
the National Guard will have 2 striker vehicles for display.
Kids will love that.
Mm-hmm.
This is super kid friendly, isn't it?
Yes.
It is.
Yep.
Kids are going to be drawn right to those striker vehicles, aren't they?
Yes.
Can they climb all over it and climb inside of it and all that good stuff? Yeah.
We also have a bouncy house sponsored by a.
Do I have to take my shoes off before I go inside? The bouncy
Recommended.
house? Yeah,
Recommended,
okay,
Yeah.
Last time I wore high heels, they were very upset with me.
And also, the BFW will have activities for children. So yeah, it is children friendly.
Now this is all free, but come on, folks. food drive money? The people are going to want to help you out. They're not going to show up and just sponge off you guys. What do you got going?
So we're also, during the event, we're also hosting a thing, a drive for what's called the Knights Cupboard, which is it's a food bank that's on the campus there for students. And so we're taking donations of non-perishable food items, canned items, specifically like personal care items, hygiene and stuff.
I have friends who, between rent and tuition, can barely afford to eat, and this is great for them. I'm not kidding you. I mean, it can get a little hard on the wallet.
Yeah.
That's really good. So bring canned non-perishable foods, or just
correct
money?
Yeah,
money
hygiene items and stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, bring that in. I mean, it's a needed thing there. Like I said, people going to college, it's like you choose either work or college.
Yeah, or eating.
Yeah,
you know, and that's you know, I like to eat.
Yeah.
So.
And then we've got like the group that advertised with you, Color FX, Kevin out in Kashmir. We made sure that we had all the shirts made for our group, and he got it done just like that.
That's
you know,
Kevin. I'm not surprised at all. That's why he's so good at what he does. So, this is fantastic. This is really good. I'm glad I bumped into you. What do you like better, Wenatchee or Chicago, Jose? What do you?
Definitely Wenatchee.
How did you? Well, that's a good question. How did you land here from the Windy City?
My first duty station was in Fort Lewis.
Okay.
Now Joint Base Lewis McChord.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife, I met her while I was stationed there.
Okay.
And I came and visit her here, and I fell in love with this place. And now that I got medically retired out of the Army, this home.
It was the obvious place to go.
Yeah.
So I'm glad when I asked you that this area treats the veterans with the respect and the admiration that they deserve. That we're holding up our end of the bargain. You did your end. We got to do our part, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of companies. I mean, the American Legion Bulletin. I mean, there's people who advertise in that all the time, and there's companies all around here. You know, Jiffy Lube. You got Storm and Towing out of Eniad. You've got Tidwell Tax. I mean, all these companies come in. I mean, and individuals come in and donate to this event. That's like, hey, we know what you're doing this. We just want to donate some money to you, and so you can keep doing this. So
it's absolutely free. Parking is free. Again, activities for the kids, the vintage military vehicles, the club, all that cool stuff. And you got the Army National Guard to participate, and that was cool too. Are we missing anything, TJ or Jose?
Also, there's going to be some of the clubs from the college are going to be there displaying their stuff. So like the Wenatchee Valley Agricultural and Natural Resources Club, they're going to be they're going to be selling organic plants during the event.
Okay.
And they're going to be giving greenhouse tours, and they're also going to be selling popcorn, cotton candy, or not selling, but giving it away, donations. So, and they're going to be located where the kids are. Of course, for the popcorn and cotton candy, you got to have that. So.
Oh, got to. So, for people for more information, because I mean, all you got to do is it's going to be a Sea of Humanity. Just go by the campus starting at 10 o'clock on Friday, and you'll see what's going on. Don't bring non-perishable food items. Bring a bunch of it. Absolutely. Anything else? I have a feeling we forgot something. Did we get everything in there?
There's if you need more information, you can go to we have a Facebook page.
Okay.
So it's called Veteran Nights.
Okay.
So it's the name of the page. So you can go there, or you can go to the college. It's posted on the college website. And we have flyers around town, and we both are listed as points of contact for anybody who wants to join. Come out, have a table. It's a job resource fair also.
Okay.
So there's going to be people from around the valley who have jobs with the unemployment office over in East Wenatchee with Terry. She's going to be there, and then there's going to be the census, a couple of the warehouses.
There's a lot to do.
A lot to do.
Yeah, book some time. It's from 10 o'clock to 2:30, but you're going to be there for an hour and a half, easy, if not longer than that. And bring the kids. Get them out of school. This is worth it, right?
Yes, very much.
I just
so.
encourage people for the kids, but this is different. This is Armed Forces Day. So you're going to school. You going to school at the college? What are you working your way towards?
So I'm graduating this June, so I'm walking with 2 degrees for sure, business AA transfer degree, and also a welding 1-year certificate.
Okay.
And I'm still taking welding classes right now to become certified welder. And I'm also enrolled in Central Washington University right now doing their business program there for the Bachelor of Science.
Why don't you and Jose go into business together? You can fix the cars and you weld them, and that's a done deal. That's what I'm in. I'll be an investor. I'm all over that. Have fun, guys. Let us know how it goes, all right? And again, thank you for your service. We appreciate it. I can have this?
Yes, for you,
Good.
yes.
We wore it with pride on, we're supposed to wear this on what day?
We wear it all the time, but
Right.
it's always Friday.
It's always Friday.
So Red Friday.
Okay, Red
Yep.
Friday. Remember, everyone deployed. TJ and Jose, if we had a studio audience, they'd be giving you a standing ovation right now. And by the way, TJ watches the 11 o'clock in the evening version of this show because he's studying. Good for you. I'll do a shout out for you tomorrow night, all right?
Sounds good.
You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Family roles change with time. You may find yourself being an unpaid caregiver to a loved one. Caregiving can be rewarding, but also stressful. Taking care of yourself is vital. Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington has low or no cost services for unpaid caregivers, such as in-home support, care supplies, and counseling. Connect in your local area by calling Aging and Adult Care at 800-572-4459 and mention you're interested in caregiver support.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
Choose the pros, Alignment Pros. When your vehicle needs brakes, shocks, struts, or alignment, choose the experts in their field. Alignment Pros and Express Lube with a 5-star rating. The work they perform on your vehicle is as impeccable as their shop. With state-of-the-art equipment, Alignment Pros can handle all large or small vehicles, specialty cars, lifted or lowered. Alignment Pros does them all. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube in East Wenatchee.
There we go. Anybody want to buy a slightly used TriCaster? Can be temperamental at times. Give us a call. We got about 2 minutes left in this program as we're back here live from Studio 7 in downtown Wenatchee. I'm Dan Kuntz. Let's do what we always do. Wrap up this program where we started with the weather forecast from the National Weather Service. As you can see, that big yellow thing that we put up graphically that's known as the sun ain't here. It's here now. I mean, in real life, it's sunny, it's pleasant, it's 48 degrees, but don't get used to it because it's not going to hang around. As the day progresses, the clouds will be thickening in. High of about 73. In fact, if you like sunshine, today is the only nice day because things are going to change rather dramatically. A very cool and quite wet period is on tap for almost everybody in the Pacific Northwest, right through the forecast that you see there. Showers tonight, about an 80% chance of showers overnight tonight. We'll get down to about 53. No real rain in the forecast today, but tonight we're going to get a little bit of rain. 50% chance of showers on Thursday, lots of clouds, high of about 73. Then a big cool down. Another system comes in from the Gulf of Alaska, goes all the way down into the California area, grabs a bunch of moisture and cool air and comes right up. Look at Friday. Oh my, 50% chance of showers, going to be windy, very chilly, only 62. That's very chilly for this time of the year. We should be fairly dry Saturday. Mostly cloudy and a high of 67 degrees. And then we wrap up the weekend Sunday, again, with another chance of rain and a high near 68. In fact, this long-term weather forecast with this low pressure in the Gulf of Alaska that's just spinning in circles, that low pressure is not going anywhere, and it's going to continually feed us cool, moist air all the way through till at least Tuesday of next week, maybe even longer than that. So get ready for some cool, wet weather, but we need the rain. Our friends from the Wenatchee Valley College Foundation will be my guests tomorrow, provided the show isn't canceled. I'll see you tomorrow. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.